15 April 2020. During this period, there will be no movement of any kind except for staff on essential duty.
In line with federal government's directive, the governor added that the state has proposed to establish a 300-bed treatment center to be located at the Riom General Hospital and the state NYC camp in Mangu.
We are also taking steps to establish more COVID-19 isolation centers in Bangshin and Shandam to cover the other senatorial districts in the state.
The governor appreciated corporate organizations and individuals that have contributed to the Plateau State COVID-19 Support Fund through cash donations and items, noting that the state is liaising with the federal government with a view to getting some palliatives to the state, and called on citizens to cooperate with the government in dealing with the pandemic. In Jos, Priscilla Grumnan, NTA News.
You're watching the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We'll take a quick break now. We'll be back in a moment. Do stay with us.
This is NTA News 24 broadcasting from Abuja. You can watch us anywhere, anytime on the following platforms.
Start Times, Channel 101, Freak TV, Channel 703, GSTV, Channel 419, and Go TV, Channel 46.
For more information, log on to our website, www.nta.ng, or join us on our social media handles, Twitter at NTA News 24, Facebook at NTA News 24.
For comments, suggestions, and inquiries, send an email to news24@nta.gov.ng or call us on the following numbers.
NTA News 24,
news and more news.
Thanks for remaining with us. Now, earlier we took a report from Musbah Damwahab on the hand-washing practices from rural dwellers. Joining us now in the studio is, or via Skype, should I say, is Elizabeth Jayol. She is the National Coordinator, Water Supply and Sanitation Collaborative Council. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, the campaign for hand-washing has been on the increase for quite some time, especially by Ministry of Water Resources. But I don't know if you saw that earlier report, but it seems that Nigerians, particularly in the rural areas, are still not quite aware of the basics when it comes to hand washing. Just tell us why do you think this is so?
Okay, thank you very much. Over the years, the Federal Ministry of Water Resources, which is the coordinating agency for development partners, also civil society that are working in the water sector. And because of the SDG 6, Target 2, which addresses wash, one of the key components of wash is hand washing. Because, usually there is a saying that health is wealth. And for a sustainable, for sustainable health, one of the key aspects of wash is to wash hands, because through our hands is the simplest way that we contact, and take into our bodies germs, and we get infected. Diseases such as Ebola, dysentery, and others, and the present COVID-19. Coronavirus, known as COVID-19. Also, it's been discovered that this is one way that COVID-19 is spreading. And so the ministry has, over the years, been emphasizing this. Unfortunately, it appears not many, citizens, saw this as a necessity. And so for us, we now, we've seen that this is an opportunity for us, for every, citizen to, take this up, and also for government to increase their funding for, hand washing as a component of wash, to ensure that the citizens, are free from this current pandemic and also moving forward. In
this current climate that we're in with the coronavirus, what is your message to Nigerians at this time, especially in the rural areas, with regards to the importance of this hand washing practice?
Okay, my message to Nigerians is that we need to follow the protocol that has been established by the federal government and has is been rolled out by the NCDC, and which one of the key mitigating measures how to contain COVID-19 is that we should wash our hands as frequent as possible. This is the simplest thing to do. Washing hands with soap, for me, this is key. And for us to ensure that we contain this, and for us to take responsibility to protect ourselves, to protect our families, protect our communities, and ensure that this COVID-19 is contained. We need to ensure that we wash our hands as frequent as possible with soap, and also we use sanitizers, in situations or at times where we do not have water to wash our hands.
Thank you, Elizabeth Jayol, National Coordinator, Water Supply and Sanitation Collaborative Council. Thanks for your input and thoughts. All right, residents of Abuja have experienced day 8 of the lockdown measures to control COVID-19. And earlier on, Najatu Tijani visited the Dutse Buhari Zuba axis to gauge the situation and levels of compliance.
So the situation is pretty much the same on the Zuba Express Road. Coming into Abuja, you can see Zuma Rock in the background. Now, the traffic here is surprisingly a bit active. Although not as heavy as before the lockdown, it's still pretty much active, as you can see cars coming this way from out of town. So this is the popular Dutse Buhari Express Road. So the inspection of motorists and their compliance, gauging their compliance with the stay-at-home directive has been going on for quite some time now. And we have some people who are being turned back for not being able to show a proper ID identification and give good reasons why they are leaving their homes. So, sir, can you tell me your full name?
My name is Pastor Abraham.
And what is your reason for going out?
My daughter is sick for some days now, and even I've called them in the hospital. They say I should bring her to the hospital. So that's why.
So what has happened? Why did you turn back?
No, it's because they enforced the road that I should turn back, that there is no way I have to go.
I said turn your motor. See, I will play a turn. I said turn that is the go. Don't go like this.
That's the level of compliance, with the observation being the roads having some measure of activity. Najatu Tijani, NTA News.
All right, thanks Najatu for that update from those areas. Now, pursuant to its resolve to diligently enforce the social distancing order as directed by President Muhammadu Buhari and state governors across the country, the Federal Road Safety Corps has, through a coordinated and swift operation, arrested and booked a total of 321 offenders for violating the social distancing order by overloading their vehicles with excess passengers. A statement by BC Kazim, the Corps Public Education Officer, revealed that the arrests were successfully carried out with effect from Sunday, 30th of March to 6th of April 2020. Owing to the presidential directive on strict adherence to social distancing as part of government's organized efforts to forestall the spread of the virus. The Corps Marshal has further called on motorists to desist from any act of overloading of vehicles and warned passengers not to board any vehicle that is already carrying more than the expected number of persons. According to the Corps Marshal, everybody must be alert and maintain maximum health and safety guidelines, as any compromise might be so dangerous and could lead to undue escalation of the already rising pandemic. President Muhammadu Buhari sends warm wishes to UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson for a quick recovery and restoration to full health. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, in a statement, said President Buhari's sympathy and solidarity are with the British leader as he battles COVID-19 personally, and with the British people as their country battles the devastating effects of the pandemic. President Buhari praised that Prime Minister Johnson will soon be well enough to resume his great leadership of his country at this moment and in trying times in global history. And for happenings in the world of sports, over to our sports desk.